That granola bar sitting in your desk drawer right now, the one with protein on the wrapper and a picture of wholesome oats, might have more sugar than a candy bar. And according to dietitians at Cleveland Clinic, it's not even close to being alone. Walk down the snack aisle at any grocery store and you'll see hundreds of products screaming about how healthy they are. Low fat, high protein, all natural, made with ancient grains. But according to nutrition experts at Hopkins Medicine and Cleveland Clinic, many of these snacks are ultra-processed junk food disguised behind wellness marketing. And here's the part that should make you angry. Nutritionists know these products are misleading. Dietitians see right through the packaging. But the average shopper trying to make better choices for their family? They're getting played by marketing teams who understand exactly which buzzwords to use. Snack number 3 is the one health-conscious parents pack in lunchboxes every single day, convinced they're doing the right thing. And when you look at what nutritionists actually say about it, the gap between the marketing and the reality is shocking. Snack number 10, rice cakes with flavored coatings. This is the one that comes in flavors like caramel, chocolate, or cinnamon sugar. It's positioned as a lighter alternative to chips or cookies because rice cakes are associated with dieting and healthy eating. The label suggests low-calorie, better-for-you snacking, portion control. But according to Cleveland Clinic dietitians, flavored rice cakes are essentially puffed, refined white rice covered in sugar and artificial flavoring. The plain rice cake itself has virtually no nutritional value. It's mostly air and refined carbohydrates. The evidence shows that these snacks spike your blood sugar quickly due to their high glycemic index, then leave you hungry again within an hour. The flavored coatings add sugar without adding any actual nutrition, and the portion is so unsatisfying that most people eat multiple cakes to feel remotely full. So what is simple? You think you're making a low-calorie choice, but you're eating nutritionally empty carbs that won't satisfy you. You'll be reaching for another snack before the afternoon is over, which defeats the entire purpose. Bottom line, rice cakes are filler, not food. The flavored versions are just filler with sugar on top, but at least rice cakes are obviously light on nutrition. Now, the next category actively deceives you with health claims. Snack number 9, baked veggie chips and straws. This is the one with pictures of colorful vegetables and words like made with real vegetables or baked, not fried. Parents grab these thinking they're sneaking vegetables into their kids' snacks. The claim is vegetable nutrition, better than regular chips, guilt-free snacking. But according to Healthline, veggie chips are typically made from vegetable powder mixed with potato starch, cornmeal, and oil. The actual vegetable content is minimal, and the baking process doesn't make them significantly healthier than fried chips. The evidence is in the nutrition panel. These chips have similar calories, fat, and sodium to regular potato chips. The vegetable powder adds some color and allows for marketing claims. But it doesn't deliver the fiber, vitamins, or phytonutrients you'd get from eating actual vegetable. Here's the reality check. A serving of these veggie chips might contain the equivalent of 1 teaspoon of vegetable powder. Meanwhile, you could eat a handful of baby carrots for fewer calories and actually get the nutrition vegetables provide. Verdict, you're paying extra for food coloring derived from vegetables. The nutrition profile is nearly identical to the chips you thought you were avoiding, and this is where the pattern starts emerging. The next product uses protein as its deceptive angle. Snack number 8, protein cookies and brownies. This is the one in the shiny wrapper with numbers like 20 grams protein, printed in huge letters. It's sold at gym checkout counters and health food stores, positioned as a smarter dessert option. Even the label suggests muscle-building nutrition, post-workout recovery, a treat that's actually good for you. But according to St. Louis Children's Hospital, many protein-fortified baked goods are loaded with sugar alcohols, artificial sweeteners, and processed protein powders that can cause digestive distress. The evidence shows these products often contain 15 to 20 grams of sugar or sugar alcohols, highly processed soy protein isolate or whey protein concentrate, and a list of binding agents and preservatives to create the right texture. The protein is there, but it's buried in a matrix of ingredients that make this barely different from a regular cookie. So what is this? You're paying $4 for a cookie with protein powder mixed in. You could eat a regular cookie and a handful of almonds for less money, better quality protein, and fewer digestive issues from sugar alcohols. Bottom line, adding protein powder to dessert doesn't make it health food. It makes it expensive dessert, but these are at least obvious treats. The next category hides behind breakfast legitimacy. Snack number 7, breakfast biscuits and cereal bars. This is the one marketed as a grab-and-go breakfast solution, often featuring whole grains or fiber on the label. Busy parents buy these thinking they're providing a decent breakfast when there's no time for a real meal. The claim is convenient breakfast, whole grains, sustained energy. But according to Hopkins Medicine's research on hidden sugars, breakfast bars and biscuits are often loaded with added sugars disguised under multiple names: corn syrup, honey, brown rice syrup, cane sugar, and fruit juice concentrate all in the same product. And the evidence is damning. These products can contain 12 to 18 grams of sugar per serving, which is more than many cookies. The whole grain claim is technically true, but the grains are heavily processed, and the fiber content is minimal compared to actual whole grain food. Here's the reality. These bars are engineered to taste like cookies while maintaining just enough health claims to justify eating them for breakfast. Your kids are essentially eating dessert at 7 a.m., and you're paying premium prices because it comes in a wrapper that suggests nutrition. Verdict: calling it breakfast doesn't change the fact that it's a cookie. Your kids would get better nutrition from actual toast. And this brings us to the middle of the list where the deception gets even more calculated. Snack number 6, fruit and nut bars with long ingredient lists. This is the one that shows pictures of dates, nuts, and dried fruit on the wrapper. It's positioned as a whole food snack, something clean and simple. The label suggests real ingredients, no processing, just fruit and nuts pressed together. But according to Cleveland Clinic dietitians, many of these bars contain added sugars, syrups, chocolate coatings, and binding agents that turn what could be a simple snack into an ultra-processed product. The evidence is in the ingredient list. Flip the package over and you'll often find brown rice syrup, inulin, a fiber additive that causes digestive issues, natural flavors, which can mean almost anything, and soy lecithin. The dates and nuts are there, but they're not the only ingredients. Yet the real impact is that you're paying $5 for a bar that you could make at home, with 3 ingredients for a fraction of the cost. And the commercial versions add unnecessary sugars and fibers that can cause bloating and digestive discomfort. Bottom line, if the ingredient list has more than 5 items, it's not just fruit and nuts anymore. It's a processed food product, but at least those bars acknowledge they contain fruit. The next category lies about vegetable content. Snack number 5, superfood or green powder. Snack bars. This is the one with words like spirulina, chlorella, wheatgrass, or superfood blend on the wrapper. It often has a slight green tint and costs more than any other bar in the aisle. The claim is nutrient density, superfood power, plant-based nutrition. But according to Healthline, while adding small amounts of trendy superfood powders to a sugar-filled snack bar doesn't offset the fundamental problems with the product. These bars still contain substantial sugar, processed ingredients, and enough calories to qualify as a meal. The evidence shows that the superfood ingredients are present in such small quantities, often less than 1 gram per bar, that they provide minimal nutritional benefit. You're essentially paying for marketing and a tiny dusting of expensive powder. Here's the reality check. The spirulina or matcha powder in these bars is there to justify the price point and create a wellness halo. You could take a legitimate superfood supplement and eat a piece of fruit for better nutrition and less money. Verdict: superfood ingredients and trace amounts don't make a snack bar super. They make it super expensive, and the pattern is now undeniable. Every product we've covered takes a legitimate health concept and exploits it for marketing purposes. Snack number 4, low-fat granola bars. This is the one that comes in a box with images of oats, nuts, and berries. The word low-fat is prominently displayed, suggesting a lighter, healthier option. The label suggests heart-healthy, diet-friendly, smart snacking. But according to Cleveland Clinic dietitians, when manufacturers remove fat from granola bars, they replace it with sugar to maintain taste and texture. The result is often worse for your metabolic health than the full-fat version. The evidence shows that low-fat granola bars can contain 10 to 15 grams of sugar per bar, often from multiple sources including corn syrup, honey, and brown sugar. The fat that was removed was likely from nuts, the one ingredient that actually provided satiety and nutritional value. Here's what you need to understand. Fat isn't the enemy in snack foods. Natural fats from nuts keep you full and help regulate blood sugar. Sugar is what spikes your blood sugar, leaves you hungry, and contributes to metabolic problems. By choosing the low-fat version, you're getting a product that's metabolically worse while paying the same or higher price. So what is brutal? You think you're making a diet-smart choice by avoiding fat, but you're actually choosing more sugar, less satiety, and a snack that will leave you hungry and reaching for more food within an hour. Verdict: the low-fat claim is doing all the heavy lifting. The actual product is worse for your health goals. And this brings us to the top 3, where the betrayal reaches its peak. Snack number 3, yogurt-covered pretzels, raisins, or nuts. This is the one sold in bulk bins or bags, often positioned near healthier snacks or in the organic section. The yogurt coating suggests a healthier alternative to chocolate-covered snacks. The claim is calcium. Probiotics from yogurt, a smarter sweet snack. But according to St. Louis Children's Hospital, the yogurt coating on these snacks is typically not real yogurt at all. It's a confection made from sugar, palm kernel oil, and yogurt powder with no live culture. The evidence is clear: these snacks contain as much sugar and fat as chocolate-covered equivalent. The yogurt powder provides minimal calcium and zero probiotic. What you're eating is essentially candy with white coating instead of brown coating. Hopkins Medicine specifically warns about products that use health-associated words like yogurt to create false association. The coating isn't providing the benefits of actual yogurt. It's just sugar and oil flavored to taste vaguely tangy. The real impact is that parents pack these in lunchboxes thinking they're providing a calcium source or a healthier treat. In reality, they're giving their kids candy that costs more and delivers the same sugar crash as regular candy. Bottom line, yogurt coating isn't yogurt, it's frosting with better branding. But at least those snacks are obviously coated in something sweet. The next category hides its sugar content behind savory marketing. Snack number 2, protein. Trail mix with chocolate and candies. This is the one in the resealable bag with protein printed on the front and a mix of nuts, dried fruit, chocolate pieces, and sometimes yogurt chips or candy-coated chocolates. The label suggests balanced nutrition, protein for energy, a smarter snack mix. But according to Cleveland Clinic dietitians, these trail mixes are often majority candy and chocolate by weight, with just enough nuts thrown in to justify the protein. The evidence shows that a serving of these products can contain 15 to 20 grams of sugar, mostly from chocolate candies and sweetened dried fruit. The nuts, the only ingredient providing actual nutrition, make up less than half the mix. And the portion sizes listed on the package are unrealistically small. Most people eat 2 or 3 times the suggested serving. Here's the reality check. Traditional trail mix was designed for hikers who needed calorie-dense, portable food. And these modern versions are designed to taste like candy while maintaining enough nutritional claims to sell in the health food aisle. You're essentially eating candy with a nut garnish. So what is this? You grab these thinking you're getting a protein-rich, balanced snack, but you're consuming more sugar than protein, and the chocolate-to-nut ratio is deliberately calibrated to be addictive rather than nutritious. Verdict: adding nuts to candy doesn't make it trail mix. It makes it expensive candy, and now we've reached the absolute worst. This is the snack that perfectly represents everything wrong with health food marketing. Snack number 1. Organic fruit snacks and fruit leather. This is it. The absolute worst. You know, the one that comes in pouches with words like organic, made with real fruit, and no artificial colors. Parents pack these in lunch boxes every single day, convinced they're providing fruit servings. The label suggests fruit nutrition, organic ingredients, a wholesome snack for kids. But according to multiple sources, including Cleveland Clinic and Healthline, fruit snacks, even organic ones, are essentially gummy candy made with fruit juice concentrate. The evidence is damning across every measure. According to Hopkins Medicine, fruit juice concentrate is one of the most deceptive forms of added sugar because it sounds natural and healthy. But the concentration process strips away fiber and nutrients while concentrating the sugar. What's left is liquid sugar that manufacturers can list as fruit on the ingredient label. These products typically contain 10 to 12 grams of sugar per pouch, 0 fiber, 0 vitamin C. Despite what the package claims, the added ascorbic acid is synthetic, and artificial or natural flavors to create fruit taste. The organic claim means the sugar came from organic fruit, not that the product is healthy. Cleveland Clinic dietitians specifically call out fruit snacks as one of the worst snacks because they're marketed directly to parents who are trying to make healthy choices for their children. The packaging uses images of fresh fruit, bright colors, and wellness language to create the impression that this is a legitimate fruit serving. But here's what makes this the absolute worst. These products train children's taste buds to expect extreme sweetness and associate that sweetness with fruit. The kids who eat these regularly often reject actual fruit because it's not sweet enough. You're literally rewiring their palates to prefer processed sugar over real food. St. Louis Children's Hospital researchers note that parents genuinely believe these snacks are providing nutrition. They're not being lazy or careless, they're being systematically deceived by marketing that understands exactly which words and images will make them feel like responsible parents. So what is generational? We're raising children on products that teach them fruit means gummy candy texture and extreme sweetness. When these kids encounter actual strawberries or apples, they're disappointed because the real thing doesn't measure up to the engineered version, and parents are paying premium prices for organic certification on what is fundamentally just candy. And bottom line, putting the word organic on gummy candy doesn't make it fruit. If you want to give your kids fruit, give them actual fruit, washed, cut, and in their lunchbox. It costs less, provides actual nutrition, and doesn't require decoding a marketing scam. Outro bottom line, the health snack aisle is designed to exploit your desire to make better choices. The products that scream loudest about being healthy are often the ones that have the most to hide behind that marketing. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to eliminate every packaged snack from your pantry. But you do need to understand that organic, protein, made with real fruit, and gluten-free are marketing terms that mean almost nothing unless you verify the actual ingredients and nutrition facts yourself. And so here's my question. Which of these healthy snacks have you been buying for yourself or your kids? Comment honestly. No judgment, just curiosity about how effective this marketing really is. And if you found actually healthy packaged snacks that nutritionists approve of, share the brand because others need to know. If this video changed how you read snack packaging, hit subscribe. Tomorrow we're breaking down frozen meals marketed as healthy, and trust me, the same deceptive playbook is at work. See you then.